Sit up. How's it going, everyone? See if things are working, if you can hear me. How's the audio? It's going to get louder because we'll have the machine running, but we'll have to play with it a bit. Cool. Yeah, I've got like an old crappy DSLR in there, so should be far enough away. But if the lens gets covered, we'll just yeah, I don't know. It might shut off too, so just let me know if it stops reporting, and then we'll have to turn it back on because it's an old camera. Oh, Nightbot's a bit touchy there. I didn't even know if it was working. I just set it up a few minutes ago. Let's just start machining something. We can wait for a few more people. If someone wants to post the Discord. Oh, did someone do that already? See if it works. Yeah, Nightbot's working. So I thought this would be fun. We did this last time with the tops. Today? I'm only making the coins today. But forever? No, I'm only making like 50 coins and then that's it. Oh, we got the chat on the screen too. Cool. Seems to be working. Wish the resolution was just a little bit better, but it'll be all right. It's going to be mostly, you're not going to be able to see much anyways. And I've got a bunch of blanks that we're going to be machining. And if you saw the second channel video, you'll see the process, but basically it does one full token every cycle that we run. So we'll put one upside down and one right side up, and we'll get one every 26 minutes. So we should probably start that so we can get a couple done for this stream. Might stream tomorrow too. We'll see how this one goes. You can get started. We'll see how loud it is. You guys can let me know if it's like too loud and whatnot. But yeah, camera still working? Yes. Okay, it is. Well, this one, which I just dropped, goes face down here, and this one goes face up. And I just tighten them both down. And yeah, we'll start the cycle. Hopefully nothing goes wrong. I've machined a bunch of them, but you know. Turn that off. And yeah. So the machine hasn't, first time I've run it today. Ooh, I gotta turn the air compressor on too. Might have to turn the volume down. So welcome to the Machine Shop Noise channel. It's a pretty good view. Also, the air compressor is going right now, so it's a bit louder than it will actually be. Cool. I think if I turn towards the machine, it'll be a bit worse, but I'm blocking it right now. How's everyone doing? You can see it running back here. So I think I've got about 50 of these to make. So you can do the math, 26 minutes each. Cancel plans. What plans did you have? I think I'll be able to do them all, but, oh, so that's what's going to happen with the camera. Hold on. So how many coins can I produce with one bit? A lot, because they're brass. But I don't know. Brass is pretty forgiving, and I'm not running them very hard. It's a pretty awesome spool to have some Tormox. Which is better, laser, CNC, or water? Do you mean laser cutter, milling machine, or water jet? Because they all have their purpose. There, the air compressor's off. So if you were doing, if you needed like precise metal cut, I mean, water jet is pretty cool because you can cut literally anything, but better is really hard to say. They all kind of work together. Yeah, do you get to use them very often? Move that chat over. Whoop. What do you mean all the messages aren't going through? A zero tolerance puzzle? That'd be pretty tricky. You could do that on a like wire EDM machine where it uses current to cut the metal. You could do it on this. It wouldn't be zero tolerance, but you can get pretty close. Ah, seems to work here. I guess Nightbot's mad at you already. Maybe we can fix that. So I've already got like, let's see, 6 tokens here. But I'm not sure how many total we need to do. Maybe more people will buy some too during the stream, not sure. Yeah, I'm excited to like prototype some stuff on it. The diameter is like, can't remember exactly because it's shape, but no calipers around here? You'd think I'd know my own part, but I don't. It's close to 25 millimeters, just under an inch. And thickness, I think, is like 4 millimeters. I've already told you I was going to get you some for the giveaway. Because you're going to get like charged duty and stuff. It's kind of ridiculous. That's what happened when I first set it up. Yeah, it's just like a coin size. It's a bit thick for a coin, but the thickness for getting the face to look kind of cool needs to be like sort of thick, but I didn't want too thick, and then where it feels kind of funny in the hand. I gotta turn that stuff off. Hold on a second. Nightbot's being too aggressive. All right, we'll see if that's better. Thanks, Riaz. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, the last video didn't start off as good, but it's they tend to do that with the weird ones. But it picked up. I'm like happy with the views. It's really weird though, because like, oh, the camera stopped again. We'll just wait for this tool change. I feel like I'm going to be on that camera constantly. Or did it actually? Oh no, it didn't. No worries. They're just a fun thing. And, you know, I might have a couple maybe next time I'm at Open Sauce or wherever, but. Yeah, I told Nightbot to chill out. Probably not a yearly token, but I'm definitely gonna have like things people can buy each year. I mean, that's not a bad idea, but I want to, you know, make a few tokens, then that's it. And this is it. This is what you see. It's like using a really, really tiny end mill right now. No, they're not the size of a maker chip. I thought about it, but yeah, I didn't end up doing it because I had this material laying around. I could still do a maker chip that is machined. So you live in an apartment, but the new, what is that desktop milling machine? The Make Era. That thing is totally apartmentable. You could have that in an apartment and you'd get away with it. Metal trading card, that'd be cool. I mean, super thin. Or I could make a Pog Slammer. Yeah, it takes 26 minutes to machine. I think the camera's moved a bit. $26 minutes times 50, 3 an hour. So 30 in 10 hours, 60 in 20 hours. The water is, yeah, it's recycled. It goes down into like a containment under here. And then, and it gets pumped back up through the thing. So it's screened for chips and everything. Yeah, they're very close to the same. I don't know if I have one. Yeah, totally possible. You know, if I was doing hundreds of these, then I'd do a pallet. But you also have to keep in mind, you know, you have a pallet, the machine's running, and then the cycle time, say, is like multiple hours. If something happens during that, then, you know, you could end up with a bunch of non-usable ones. And I'm doing it this way just because I'm still kind of learning, and also it's fun on the stream where I produce a coin, you can see it. it could be someone's coin, and then yeah. I don't know, I think it uses 6 tools or something. The face mill, and then there's a 1/8 end mill, then the 1/32 and the ball nose taper, and oh, there's a and there's a chamfer. Hey Thorsten, how's it going? Yeah, we were just at Open Sauce, so people were giving out maker chips. I brought some maker chips there, so that's why. Yeah, I don't have any down here. I bought a bunch of tools, machining tools from a machinist who retired, and I was going through everything, and it's kind of funny we're talking about pogs, because in his toolbox I found some pogs. It's not slammer, but it is like an OG paper pog. I don't know what he was using them for. Yeah, check out the Discord if you want to see the maker chip. What's the plan for Christmas? I don't know yet. Probably another ornament. Maybe some like tiny robotic stuff. Or this project that this electronics type project that is pretty cool, that I'm not going to share too much about, but it's going to be an ornament of some sort. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, mine are gone. I lost my pogs probably 30 years ago. Oh, there goes the camera again. I don't know how to change. It's an old school one, so. If it gets too annoying, then we'll figure something out. Use robo drill, that's pretty cool. And you're able to like power it and everything. My background is mechanical engineering, and oh, transmitter's dying. And I have a bit of automotive as well. I have a master's in mechanical engineering. One second, keep an eye on the machine for me. I'm going to grab another mic. Nice. Yeah, I need to get something to power my lathe. I was thinking of just picking up a rotary phase converter, but and I might still. But I was hoping to get a digital one. There's literally only one company that makes them. Yeah, they're not too, the makers I don't think are too noisy, but you know, it's more of a high pitch thing that the walls would probably absorb. Oh, 20 horsepower, cool. Now I don't know what my GPA was. Yeah, I think the metrics are slightly different too from like Canada to US, so. Inverse ASMR, so it's like horrible on your ears. Yeah, James the hacksmith, he's been using his a ton in his like small office. He loves it. He's been making his like test knife blades and stuff on it, or the scales. I think this mic's gonna die. I need to figure out how to pair another one to the camera. Let's see here. Alright, we're gonna lose audio probably for a few seconds, so let's, or it'll get really loud. Or nothing will change. You guys still hear me, or does your audio change at all? Well, maybe I'll just leave the mic off then. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, a CNC may not be useful. Manual machining is a little bit better for something that can just sit and collect dust, because when you need it, it's great. If you have a lathe sitting around and you just want to make a custom washer or bushing or something, it's amazing. And if it gets used once a year, it still probably pays for itself. But a CNC, you kind of you don't want them to sit around not doing anything. How much, so there's 2 minutes left on the cycle here. And we'll get our first coin out of it. Okay. I think I have to stop the webcam if I want to switch the mic over. So. What kind of projects is everyone working on? Or just relaxing on the weekend? No, it's too much to do while I'm trying to machine and stuff. It's like maybe if I'm not running a piece of heavy machinery. Do I think metal 3D printing will replace CNC machining? It's just more of a complementary thing. So wait for that. So you can 3D print metal, and I mean there are some really good 3D printing processes now. So it's really hard to say, but yeah. Maybe there's a point in time where the waste doesn't make sense and you end up with the same part. We're about to finish our first token. There we go, one down. Need to get my air hooked up so I can blow them off, but too many things to do. Is this camera still working? Oh, I guess it moved a little bit. Let's see. Oh, there we go. So now we take the one out. There we go. It's right out of the machine. Move this one over. Put in a new blank. Take it down. And we're ready to run it out. We're waiting. I'll just reset that. Oh, that thing's in the way. Put in the machine here. Run another one. It's brass. I mean, I could figure out a way to do that. No, it would probably be way shorter than 26 minutes, but sorry, this process is loud. So I could do that, but it'd take a lot of setup. I have to make sure there's nothing wrong when I hit start, and if there is, then I would ruin all 50 coins. So it's more of if I was doing it for like hundreds of them. Yeah, it's lights out machining, kind of. That's what they call it. So have to clean the coolant off these because it'll tarnish it quickly. Yeah, I've left it in there a few times, but hasn't damaged anything yet. Of course, I'm not doing really crazy fast-paced machining. Thanks, Jassy. Yeah, like that video is still getting a ton of views every day. It's so crazy. Yeah, if I was like selling, you know, hundreds of these a month, then I would do a setup like that. Some people were commenting, even saying to just glue a flat plate of brass down and then cut those, remove them all individually, flip them over. Make Air could definitely make these. It would be slower, but brass is a really forgiving metal to use. Yeah, pretty much butter, and it self-lubricates, it doesn't gum up. It's pretty cool. Yeah, brass is easier than aluminum. It's just the way it behaves. Just like, it's just really nice to cut. So aluminum will, you know, occasionally it'll like gall up the tool or get stuck in the teeth. I thought about doing it. It would be a cool video. It was more dependent on how many of these I sold. I put a cap on like a couple thousand of them, which I knew wasn't going to be the case, but if it's just 50, I probably won't use the robot arm. It would still be cool though, it'd be a fun video. So I could still play around with it. It's just building like a, you know, an end effector that can pick these up and then flip them over and place them in the other side. And then I'd use probably like an air vise or something. The robot's just chilling over here. With its lens. Yeah, that'll definitely eat up your time. What have you been doing on the robo drill anyways? I'm trying to make YouTube my full-time job, but I don't think YouTube itself, I want to use YouTube to make stuff, not like coins, but, you know, fun electronics or like learning tools, little hacking device things. That's the plan. And then do a couple hundred of them, 1,000, and then move on. And if like a product sticks, then maybe try and like manufacture them not in-house. But right now I want to build things that are like, I've got the ability to basically build anything in my shop now. So I'd like to do a few runs of different products and see what happens. So brass isn't usually, I mean, the thing is material science gets really complicated. So brass is great for bushings, and you know, instead of using a bearing, you could use like a sleeve of brass on steel or something. It is very soft, and it's heavier than aluminum, so you know, the two are kind of similar, but aluminum's cheaper, I'm pretty sure, and lighter. So if you have something that can be done in brass, it's probably cheaper to do it in aluminum. Human augmented modules. It sounds more like you shove it into your skull instead of your hat. Yeah, Jocko, he makes some pretty cool things, and heavily focused on style and art. I can appreciate that for sure. Their original knife did really well, and kind of set them off to do kind of what I want to do, and that's make cool things for the sake of being cool. Like, you know, there's a lot of just like garbage stuff out there, and if I can make my own cool stuff that's not terrible, that's kind of my plan. Because I don't plan on like doing millions of units of anything. You know, if I can sell like 1,000 units of something, and obviously they're going to be priced a bit higher if I'm making them, but that's kind of the plan, is that I get to make the thing, and it can be like the quality that I appreciate. Like, I haven't sold merch and stuff yet, and I am planning on doing it, but like, I have these work shirts that are pretty high quality and they last and I don't get holes in them, and like, that's what I would want to sell. I want to sell things that are up to my own standards. Cool. Yeah, Fusion's good, or you can, if you haven't learned anything, there's also Onshape. I don't really know which one's better, but still working back there. The shirts, I don't know, they're like just Gildan or something, but they're like a work version, they're like a thicker fabric. Yeah, KiCad's good, but it's usually KiCad doesn't do like modeling, 3D modeling. So you need to have Onshape or Fusion. Yeah. FreeCAD. Lots of people can make things in FreeCAD. I actually haven't played around with FreeCAD, but could be fun. Yeah, RhinoCAD. Yeah, is it difficult? Yeah, if you can do it in Blender, more power to you. Every couple of months I sit down and play with Blender, do something, maybe get it to work, and then forget everything. Or I'll watch Blender tutorials just for fun, thinking I'm gonna learn one day, but there's some things I want to do with Blender that are you know, more for, I'd like to learn some like computer graphics, CGI stuff for the videos. I love doing practical effects because they just work in my brain. Like, you know, I haven't composed any shots on a CRT, I just use a CRT with like a computer connected to it. But there's some stuff in Blender I'd like to learn. Yeah, Rhino is not, it's like orb based or something, isn't that? I don't know. CNC machine image. It's actually focused. I think it's like because I'm using an older camera because I didn't want to destroy anything in there. So I think the resolution's just bad. It's through a nice capture card, but I've tried focusing it and like that's as good as it gets. You could also like turn the chat off, or I could move it. Move the chat to the top there, hang on. Oh, there goes the camera again. Let me go fix that. Gotta keep something. Keep me on my toes here. Oh no, what happened to the chat? Oh, there it goes. Can't really read it in one way. Hold on, I'll get to your question. This. That should make the image a little bit better, but yeah, there's not a lot to see in the CNC machine. I could also zoom out if you want. What do you guys prefer? So you can see more of what's happening. Okay, I missed a couple of things here. Yeah, okay. Wait, maybe the word I was thinking was nerves for Rhino? Nerve base? I can't remember. Oh, cool. You're gonna look at some shops. What's your plan for the new shop? Yeah, I still do stuff for Crunch Labs, not as much. They got a big team, and I didn't do any of the designs on the hack pack. I helped with a few circuit boards early on, and then some of the guys picked up their own circuit design, and I was just kind of sort of helping prototype or like test things a little bit. So if you know, Mark has more work for me, then I'll definitely take it on. But right now I'm just trying to figure things out. Yeah, lots of people use SolidWorks still. I never got into SolidWorks when I was in school. Actually, I was really into CATIA. I just like clicked with my brain. And I was so much into CATIA that like it got me a co-op at Honda. Because like usually they have to train their students or their co-op students to do CATIA. But like I did their little test and was like perfectly fine. I could do everything their regular employees could do. So I'm a huge fan of CATIA even with all its quirks, but unfortunately the licenses are crazy and like people also can't, like, I like to use things that people can also use, right? So that's part of it. Animal stepping off, oh, that's funny. It's not actually focused on the coolant rail. It is truly focused on the spindle and where the coin is, but it's just blurry. I am gonna make a spin window for sure. Yeah, so there used to be a spin window here, but James wanted it for one of his other machines. That's actually so. Remember in the video how I called the machine Lear? It's because it used to say it said something clear view or oh clear or something because it had that window and it was like a sponsor. And I pulled the other ones off and Lear was left there and I thought that was kind of funny. So that's why I called the machine Lear. That's a little inside spoiler on my shoulder. Now let me try zooming out a little. It looks kind of worse. The coolant is so bright. Yeah, let me put my bike back on and see if it's charged for me. 80%, that was quick. Let's see. Is the audio better? Oops. Tell me, is this audio better? Because this has a noise filter on it. Let me know. Or wind filter, sorry. Yeah, I should make my own spin window. Okay, most cabs nerve base. Yeah, I know that. Let's see. Cool. What did I miss? Crunch Labs is great. I agree. It's the reason you're starting to get into this. Awesome. Yeah, that's like the absolute #1 goal of Crunch Labs and the hack packs and the build boxes is to get people inspired to this stuff. I studied engineering. Let me just see. I'm catching up on some stuff here. Yeah, so I did a bachelor's in automotive technology. It's called a B-Tech. And when I first started, and then from there I went and did my master's in mechanical engineering. Um, I think the thing with school is what I always say is school teaches you how to learn. It doesn't teach you things directly. I mean, it can. For my brain, it doesn't, but it teaches you how to learn things and like what you need to do to learn that thing. So like me knowing how to learn something means I didn't need to like go to school to learn circuit design. I knew what I needed to do to learn circuit design and then spent my time doing that. So that's a huge part of school. Yeah, I mean, if you're just starting out with Fusion, just try making things and seeing, you know, follow get some basic underlying skills and then start making things, you'll just get better and better. Someone didn't answer. The spin window is a window. It's like a piece of acrylic or glass or whatever. It's circular, and it spins really fast. And when coolant hits it, it clears off because it's spinning, so the liquid can't stick to it. It's really neat. Yeah, if they wanted to just give me one, then it'd be better than me making one. But we'll see. Yeah, the second channel is great for behind the scenes. I love making second channel videos because I have no pressure of making it cool. I'm probably going to tone down my main channel's videos a bit because I spend so much time on like cinematic stuff that I've like each time I'm spending more and more time on it. And I don't want to do that. I want to find this middle ground of projects. And I think the Lear video was sort of a middle ground because I just, you know, it was sort of a normal YouTube video in the middle, but with like fun stuff on the end. So, noise canceling is good? Cool. Sorry, I'm just getting to these messages now. I'm way behind here. Good to know. I'll take note of that. It's just the DJI, these mics. And I just click the noise filtering button. Well, right now it's on my chest, so I'm kind of blocking the machine. I think if I put on my hat, it'll be louder. Oh, cool. Yeah, I hope you find somewhere to work at. What was the problem on the 5th box that you found? LinkedIn can help. I just kind of, you know, I did YouTube, and then I randomly was talking to Mark Rober via email like years and years ago. So I didn't do it through LinkedIn, but it does definitely help people. Plasticity? I don't even know what that is. That sounds cool. I would, there's definitely areas to innovate CAD, and the community will definitely be super resistant to it. But if people can figure out like VR, AR stuff correctly, I think there's something there. I personally am not good at VR things. Let me put that there. VR really messes with my eyes and my head for some reason. But we'll see. Yeah, your sensor doesn't work, so, or your receiver. We'll probably send you a new one, right? Yeah, I'll leave this on for the next time and have it fully charged. Let's see if I missed anything here. No, done. Still said 14 seconds for some reason. 1 sec, let me change this out. That's another one. Got to get the air hooked up for sure. I mean, actually, I could pull my air line over here. Maybe I will do that. Got another one. There we go. We will stick in another piece of stock. I haven't messed up the orientation yet, but I could mess up the direction of the SH, which wouldn't matter that much, but someone would get a special one. One of these days, one's gonna fly out of that vise. It's just inevitable. Yeah, veers always mess with my head. Even like I tried the Quest 3 and gave me a super bad headache for the rest of the day, and I was like, I'm just gonna take it back. People say I get used to it, but like it wouldn't be worth it. I don't use a space mouse, but I have used them before. I feel like they're useful if I'm like using my laptop and stuff, but I'm just regular mouse. Three parts? Oh, you mean in the vise? So I could run 3 parts, but right now the middle one was actually a test for a different coin. And yeah, is that what you're talking about, EQFI? No broken bits yet. It still looks like it's cutting as good as the first one, so I think we'll be good. I'll be interested to see what happens when I break a bit though. Yeah, the tariffs are ridiculous on the shipping. So when I first released the video, people were saying in the comments they couldn't buy one, and it wasn't showing shipping for US. And I was like, obviously I'm going to ship to the US, what the heck. And it was because I didn't put in this like automatic like tariff slash duty thing that they have to charge. So, yeah, everyone gets charged 35% automatically if it's going to the US to the person buying it, because the border doesn't want any shipments that hasn't had prepaid duty. So it's crazy. So I was like, oh, no one's gonna buy them as soon as I put it out. Like literally charges 35% on a $30 item. So $10. Space Mouse is like a joystick that can move in, like a normal joystick can move like this. Space Mouse can also move in and out. So you've got all directions, and it lets you like move your CAD model around. Some people love them. The metal, it's brass. How many have I done? I've done, I think only 2. Yeah. Oh yeah, tool changer would be awesome. This is a Tormach 1100 MX, so it's not the 1500. It's an hour to drive to the US, but as someone who needs to go to the US for work and relies on their business, getting like blacklisted from the border would be the worst thing to happen. Even if I ship a bunch, they're still going to charge me. So if I ship 10 of them, they're just going to charge, $100. You can't get around it. Like, yeah, I don't know. The cycle time for the whole machine, the whole coin is 26 minutes, but the SH side takes 10 minutes and the face side takes 16. Yeah, I mean, why don't I should pack it. How about a rocket? I'll pack a rocket. I'll go down to the border. I'll mount it in the back of my truck, and I'll shoot a rocket across the border. That would be, I'm sure I could think of some really sketchy ways to get them across. Or just take a boat. Yeah, I live in Canada. I live about an hour from Toronto. Balloons work. The thing is, I think this like duty charge, yeah, I'm not sure if it's actually supposed to be 35% or they're just making people pay 35% in case there is a duty charge, which is crazier. Oh yeah. Yeah, right, no boats. No, bad idea. No speedboats. I just feel it out. I don't use a torque wrench. If I was getting really bad marks on them, like when I clamp them, then I would, but it seems to be working great. The thing is, when I ship them, yeah, I could say they're $1, but again, the border. The last thing I need is for them to tell me I'm not allowed to ship things anymore to the States. That's like, majority of Canadian businesses have, there's just more people in the States, right? So you just have a higher percentage of sales there. Hot air balloon, yeah. If you just drift over, it's not even my fault, it's the wind. We'll figure this out. We'll find a solution. Opinions on Portal 2 and their multiverse? Is there a multiverse in Portal 2? I don't remember. I do like Portal 2 a lot. Yeah, it'll work out. Well, the thing is, there's so many loopholes that other companies do. Like, for example, if you have something made, say, in China, and then you do a process to it or add a part to it, and it's more than like 50% of the thing, then you can claim that it's made in Canada. Like, it's 51% of the thing is done in Canada. So there's all sorts of loopholes that companies do. Yeah, that's the thing. You just have to suck up the shipping and charge it and figure out. I mean, that's what I'm always struggling with, because to make the thing, to sell the thing, you still have to make money. It has to be worth your time, and you don't want to eat shipping costs, because that eats into your costs as well. So, and you don't want to charge your viewers or your customers a ton of money for no reason. But unfortunately, it's just the way it is. Yes, I do live streams once a year. Hopefully more than that. I was doing Twitch. Was doing Twitch a little bit. Still figuring it out. Awesome, you're going to open source? So fun. Shoot a portal. Oh yeah. And they don't hit. Yeah, shoot a blue portal and hope they send an orange one. Well, as long as the loopholes, I mean, you stick within the law. So the law was made so that it's, if you can prove that it's 51%, then you're not breaking the law, basically. It's just silly. There has to be a line somewhere. So, like, I was talking to someone about this the other day, and it's like, you can ship a robot from China that has no software on it or firmware, and you can claim that the firmware is like more of the product than the robot is, then it's like technically made in Canada if you put Canadian software on it. It's hard to get out of those 0 viewers. I only have a couple of viewers when I'm there. I mean, even with a larger channel, and you don't live stream all the time, it just happens. Yeah, I could do that, but I figured this one would be YouTube because it's like related to YouTube stuff. Definitely try and go to open source. It's like the best thing I've ever been to. Yeah, it's definitely far. It's not that sketchy. It's just your, you know, coming from Canada, it's a good time. It's fun. Oh yeah, Adam, I've got the Suburban. That is sticking around until it rots into the ground. And if I can avoid that, then I will. The Suburban was purchased by my grandpa the year I was born. So it is the same age as me, and it's never going away. You can see it out the window there, but there's a machine in the way for the camera. Yeah, if you're gonna make something by hand, you gotta. Oh, the that works. Cool. I wonder if that was for YouTube or not. Okay, yeah, that was my Twitch my Twitch notifications are set up on the screen. Right. Not my YouTube ones. Oh, that's awesome. Great year. There's also Sauce Plus, which make up the old camera. Yeah, there's Sauce Plus, which shows you all like the stuff that they filmed at the event. But it's obviously not the same as going there. But if you're interested in the talks, then it's a good way to see the talks. Yeah, the camera's an old Canon T2i, and it will only stay idle for, 20 minutes or something. And then the lens turns off, or the sensor turns off. It doesn't overheat. It's just, and it's not recording, so it's not the 30-minute license thing. It's literally just the camera going into sleep mode because it thinks you left it on. No, I never figured it out, but the previous one of the guys at the Hacksmith said when he first had it, there was a loose wire that he fixed on the e-stop or something. I can't remember what he said. And I wonder if that just happened again. So I might look into it, but in my brain doesn't even think these exist. Like it's only this one. I don't think about that at all. I know some people are saying like they're worried I might hit it by accident. There's no way. Like I know that doesn't work. The other, it's just a non-existent thing in my brain anymore. Funny though, in the video I didn't include it, but I opened this up and like checked things out and swapped it around, and I don't know why I didn't include it, but I thought I found a bad wire, so I put this e-stop in. I swapped these e-stop buttons on the inside, but then it turned out to not work, so it was a waste of time. The camera is not controlled from the Tormach. It's there's a DSLR in there, hooked through HDMI cables, and then it comes down here and it comes to the camera, to the computer. it's just stuck in there against the wall on one of those suction mounts. So yeah, so if the older DSLRs or whatever used to give you a 30-minute limit, and then but that camera actually has a magic lantern on it, which turns that limit off. But I don't know if that's still a thing. I have an FX3 and it doesn't do that, but obviously. I play it by ear. Yeah, things are going well. People are still here. We're chatting, like answering questions. So from from being moved, the vibrations, I could see that. Buttons on the bandsaw, like a stand-up bandsaw when you're standing there, like you hit with your knee or whatever. My favorite tool? You mean machinery or just tool? Thinking. Well, thanks for coming out. I appreciate it a lot. Yeah, we'll try and do more of these. Oh, we got another Twitch follower. Go do your house things. I got some of those to do myself. So as far as machines, I still love the lathe. I hate that it's sitting there not powered on. It's just a cool machine. And yeah. Need to get it running again. I also need to build a little streaming cart. Right now I'm on a wooden crate on my rolling TV stand. And I want to have like a camera set up, cameras on the cart, and then like inputs so I can connect external cameras, and it's all self-contained. Maybe with like one of those portable computers and monitor, so that I can roll it around, especially upstairs. I can like do some live streams upstairs. I have a dream to do like robotic arms as the camera operators. Still thinking about that one. The big robot, not so much. A big white box in the camera view. Let me fix that. It's bugging me. Oh, they didn't pop up? If you want to, go and get notifications and turn on all notifications for the second channel, and of course the main channel if you want to. My own little plug here. If it's not recommending them, at least you'll get notified when I upload them. Second channel is fun. Yeah, Discord will have a notification for everything, and yeah, and I go in there and I show stuff I'm doing all the time. Okay, yeah, there's something up with the with the bot that puts the notifications for my videos. One, it posted the live stream in the video thing, and two, it just did it randomly today. So it did like 2 everyone posts, which I wasn't happy about. I gotta look into that because it did it when I made the live stream public, but it wasn't actually starting until 1 Eastern. Yeah, I'll occasionally mention the Discord in a video, but not always. It'll be at the end. Not everyone will stick around to the end, or will be listening. It did something weird and it posted an old live stream when I left it unlisted. So it wasn't supposed to do that. I also need to reset up my notifications on Discord, so I'm not pinging everyone. I need to redo that so I can have the proper like channels that people only who want to know about a new video. What are you fixing? I wanted to check it out and see what's going on, but because there's a live stream channel as well. Fixer's on the ball. He's always got something going on. He's helping out. So it looks like we'll have time to do 1 more, maybe 2. But it's been cool hanging out with everyone. Is anyone else, it's always a bit of a Q&A. We're just kind of hanging out. Also, I never posted on Instagram or anything. I thought about like Twitch plays Robot Arm. I've had a few ideas for that where like you have to like pick something up and move it and you get like, 15 seconds or you get to program it and then you get your slot, making it like safe. Oh, we're done. Not paying attention. Another coin. Swap it over. What's up, Heavy Falcon? So we're still cutting pretty nice. No changes. You worked on a live streaming robot site? It seems crazy. Another thing I wanted to do was, because I did no video where people could change the thumbnail of the YouTube video. And I thought it'd be cool to do like play chess in the YouTube thumbnail where people could comment. YouTube really hated that video though because it really messed with the algorithm. Oh yeah, that would be a problem. Parts per end mill? Don't know. Lots. With brass, a lot. I'll probably check the, like probe the end mills, you know, when I get to like 20 or something, just for fun. Got lots of ideas for things, just not enough time. I'm working on it. I was never really on 4chan. Yeah, I'm wondering too. I wish I had a dual nozzle printer, at least one. Just because, like, I hate the waste from having a single nozzle. Yeah, I think that's how it's done. PETG and PLA. I've done a few prints that way with with a single nozzle, and it worked well. Just it was like a lot of plastic waste, and I hadn't tuned the X1C to not have like the big amount of waste. If people have tuned it so it's better, but I haven't tried that yet. My machine? No, it didn't clog because it clears each time. It pulls the filament back and then. It wastes so much. Like, more than it needs to. Like I said, it can be tuned, but the firmware or the stock like print settings, huge waste. I like never do multi-color because of that, or like multi-filament. True, yeah. Twitch. Should probably enable the other ones. Can I do that? Oh yeah, YouTube's on too. It's just that I'm sure all of you are already subscribed. But also, if you don't have notifications enabled on my YouTube channels, you should do that. Because people keep saying they don't see that they're not being served my videos, and they want to be, which is strange. Is that on Twitch? Thanks for that. I don't know what that means, but I really appreciate it. I haven't been on Twitch too much, so I don't know what 3,000 or cheers do. But it seems like a lot, and that's amazing. Oh, there goes the camera again. I will get that fixed. Coming back? No. All right. You may have lost the camera. Sometimes you have to unsubscribe and resubscribe. It's so weird that this stuff happens. 3K cheers. It's dead. Yeah. Let's figure that out in the next tool change. So I can get in there and not have to lean next to a spinning end mill. We'll turn this on so it'll, if I turn that on, it'll stop at the next tool change. This is cool, you can see what it's doing. All right, let's see what's going on with this camera. Not happy. It is not happy. Yeah, I don't want to end up on the floor again. No signal. Why? Yeah, I wanted to rerun the notifications on Discord, but like delete all the old ones because I wanted to put my own in. So I wanted to notify everyone to do that. It's working. I think it turned on. The funny thing is it's an old camera, so I can't flip the display out, so it's hard to see because it's way in the corner. I mean, perfect timing for one of the last ones, right? So. Well, now it doesn't sound happy. Yeah, I want to get a decent camera in there so I can even check it when I'm not working. Just going into the wire there. I think that camera's dead. But we can hang out for the last one. We'll keep this thing going. Maybe it'll come back to life on its own. Nope. We'll just keep going. Yeah, the Volvo's just hanging out over there. Yeah, I got to figure out how to have like a good camera in there permanently. I have a crappy webcam I can just put in there, but over time it'll just get covered and stuff, which is fine. The Tormac actually has a webcam feature, and it'll show you what's going on in the machine. So we did some good machining today. Might try and figure something else better out for tomorrow if I decide to jump on. Yeah, the cameras are kind of wired in place right now, but kitchen's never messy. Clean as I cook. Yeah, I want to build one of those. The spinning lenses. It'd be great to have it like right in the action. The thing is, I could, well, because I'm using some small end mills, I like to have the coolant running, but with brass, you almost don't need the coolant. We'll see if it turns back on after it chills out. Actually, I'm going to cycle power on it. I heard it make a noise. Still no signal. Oh well. Yeah, I should try multi-stream and see how Twitch does. Well, thanks for coming out. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I like can't work in a messy kitchen. But it's just the way, like, when I'm cooking, I have to clean up while I'm cooking. My brain is just like that. It's the opposite of when I'm working on something, though. Things just get destroyed if I'm working on something. Cooking is different. I mean, don't want to do every Saturday. It's kind of like middle of the day when I can do stuff because it's 1 p.m. my time. Today I wanted to do it because the sale is ending next week, so I wanted to get a couple live streams in if people wanted to get a token or didn't know they existed. We had a couple of sales during the stream, which is pretty cool. Just means I need to make more. So once the sale ends, it's over, because I don't want to make them forever. Cool. Grew up 1928. That's awesome. Yeah, you definitely should. It's a fun rabbit hole. Machining. Yeah, it does depend on where you live. To ship to the States, it adds a $10 duty on $30. It's crazy. Hey, Ethan. Thanks for coming out to the stream. I'm good. We're having fun hanging out, doing some machining. I'm not just sitting staring at the machine by myself, so this is great. I love it. We're working our way through them. Once the sale is done, I'll probably just like hammer them out as fast as possible, but until then I'm just gonna, here at a time, I make 3 or 4 of them. I should have a notification when people are buying tokens. It's pretty cool. Is there gonna be another Christmas tree ornament? Yeah, you betcha. I don't know what it's gonna do yet, but I mean, it'll likely be an ornament because I like doing those, but yeah, typically I'll get something out. Do a not flamethrower? Yeah. I could do a not something else. Am I the Midnight fan? Yeah, absolutely. They're awesome. They're very chill. I haven't listened to the new album yet, though, but I'm sure I'll love it. Hey, Jeff, what are you CNC machining? What should you make to show up at Supercon? A broad spectrum RF jammer. They'd love that. We'll just periodically check and see if the camera comes back. Nope. Might be able to set up the camera up there. Yeah, badge and a felony. Who doesn't want that? I don't know if it's overheated, it's just being weird. Usually I can just unplug it and plug it back in. But it's off right now. A skeleton made of PCBs and you solder it together? That'd be cool. A motorcycle exhaust bracket? What kind of motorcycle? Stretch goal to make it sing and dance? Like just a piezo speaker or actually some audio? Motoped. That's cool. Oh, cool. Yeah, there's some pretty neat like speaker related things I've played around with before. In 1 minute, I'll try and put another camera in there, and then we'll do one more. We'll go a little bit over time here. I'd love to. I got too much to do, I think. Videos won't be making themselves, especially Halloween video. Cool change. We go to Ireland a bunch of times, but it's pretty amazing. But I haven't been to too many places. Been to Cuba. That was awesome. That was a long time ago, though. Yeah, I don't know what the content would be, though. I don't know if it'd be fitting for my channel. I wish I was one of those channels I could just like walk around and film things, but I don't think people will appreciate it. Another one done. Let's see if I can set this up real quick. That is what the second channel is for, absolutely. Not getting any video out. All right, let's take another one out of here. We're still cutting pretty good. What do you think? Should we do one more? Still got some bunch of viewers on, bunch of lurkers as well, which is awesome. Lots of brass chips. See that in there. It says it's on. Not getting anything out. Oh, did it? Stuff midstream is never a good idea. Yeah, I can do one more. But we don't have the inside view anymore, which is what I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, have fun walking your dog. Hey, Mr. Tim. How's it going? All the way from Sweden. Well, I'm glad you had fun. The stream worked most of the time, which is great. We're still... Oh, I think we got our view back. We got something. All right, we'll do one more. One more. Is it still working? Yes. Let's not mess it up. Let's just press this button on this old camera. It's funny, it's the camera I used for like 10 years, so I still know where all the buttons are, even though they're on the back. But I haven't used it in like 3 years. So another 26 minutes, and then we'll call it. But I'm happy to answer any more questions until then. It's just G-code all the way down. So let's see if you can see here. G code running. It's kind of slow when it's just the face milling. We'll show it in a bit when it's really moving. How many dimensional breaking coins am I making? It looks like there's been about 50 of them have been, maybe 60 have been ordered. So 60, somewhere around there, maybe under 100 for sure. What's been my favorite part? I don't know. I like learning on a new machine, and yeah, I just like testing it out, and I haven't broken anything, which is awesome. Yeah, this is flood coolant. I like flood coolant more because, oh, there goes the air compressor. I like flood cooling more because, though it does mist a bit, but I've heard mist coolant can kind of like mess with your breathing and your nose and stuff. And I already don't have great breathing, so flood coolant's a little bit nicer, I think, on the air. But having good, proper ventilation and filtering is also something you can do. But mist coolant will definitely fill the air with particles. I'm excited to make something else on the machine though, prototype something. Once we get these coins done, I've got a few ideas for some like robotics related things. Because I think I'm gonna make some stuff, by the way, if the compressor's really loud, let me know. But I think I'm gonna make some stuff and make it so it's 3D printable and then do a version on the CNC. Because why not? About metal casting, I don't really have the equipment to do it, but it'd be cool. I'd love to be able to like stamp a coin, like a real coin at some point. I'd be down for that. What's everyone's plans this weekend? I really got to get the Volvo on the road. It's just kind of sitting in a state of limbo right now. Forgot to show you the one that just came out of the machine. I've been spraying them with WD-40 so they don't tarnish. I'll throw it in my hand. Yep, still looking good. Waiting for the sun to move out of the way. What are you going to do when the sun moves out of the way? Yeah, sleep's a good idea. You get all your sleep on the weekend. I haven't had too many rodents. Sometimes I worry when I leave the garage door open, which I don't do very often, that like squirrels and chipmunks will come in and then they hide and then they die because there's no food. But I think the number one thing is like not having food and stuff. But I did have some ants in the spray foam insulation upstairs. They seem to have moved out, and it wasn't a huge deal, but it was annoying because they were like dropping foam out of like their little hole, and I just see like a pile out of on the ground. So I took care of that, but that was the only problem I had. And I think it was because one of the trees was resting on the roof, and they were using that as their highway. Creating a legend for a keyboard? That's cool. Is it, probably a mechanical keyboard. I guess it could be lots of different kind of keyboards. Why does it need a legend? Oh, cool. Completely custom. I have an idea for a cool keyboard that I'm going to do. But I'm not going to say it right now because it's crazy. Oh, cool. Nylon printed? Yeah, that's a cool way to do it. Which Volvo? The wagon or the 242 that's sitting there with the engine half taken apart? The 240 wagon needs an exhaust right now. It's about to break in half, so I haven't been driving it. Which sucks because I wanted to drive it more, but I haven't had time to fix it. And that one's just doing its thing. That's a cool idea. Yeah, I should do that. Some metal ones, or I could injection mold them, because that could be a fun project. Machining the mold. Good idea. I have this plan to make something, an open source version of everything that I can think of. And that's a good one. No, I don't have any injection molding equipment, but I've been thinking of making or buying one of the manual ones, which is the lever, or trying one of those desktop versions. I've had a few parts that I thought would be good to injection mold and things in the future that I might want to make. So I was kind of looking into that a bit. So I do have a friend with some injection molding equipment that they're starting to set up, and you probably want to test some stuff on. So this machine, yeah, like if I had set it up to do a bigger batch, it would definitely be hands off. Just the way it is right now, I have to change it every 25 minutes, which is fine. And I kind of did it that way so that I can monitor each coin just for the beginning one. Yeah. Yeah, and I can see it on screen here, so if something was to fly off, but with these brass parts, I'm not too worried about it. And because I'm only doing one at a time, if the tool breaks and I come back and it's mangled the tool, then that's what happened. But the thing is, if one of the bigger tool breaks, all the smaller tools will also break because it will try cutting much more material than it's able to. There's a few open source ones, but I haven't looked into it in a long time. Do you have any recommendations, or have you looked into any of them? I've seen the ones that are like automated, but I haven't seen any like plans for them. People mostly trying to sell them. Because the cool automated ones that just clamp together and then have like a screw and then open, those look pretty cool, but they're still relatively complicated. There's a few YouTube videos of them as well, and again, they don't have the design files, but I've been like looking at them for inspiration. Anything you buy is pretty expensive. I might try putting my newer DSLR, but still older, in there maybe tomorrow, if people are interested. And also with the Twitch streaming, I was trying to figure out like if I should try gaming or just hanging out. I've done some CAD modeling and stuff. It's hard to get actual work done, but it's fun hanging out, so trying to do that more often. I don't think it died. I think it just did its usual thing. There it is. So this will be the last one. So if there's any last minute questions or comments, let me know. We can chat for a few minutes after it ends. But I appreciate everyone that came out. It was fun. Hopefully a few of you joined the Discord that you didn't know about. And Yeah. Not too much hassle, but I've just been thinking about it a little bit, like what I want on the Twitch versus what I want on YouTube. I did on YouTube this time because the token and the video was related, so everyone from YouTube would know what it was. On Twitch, I was kind of like doing a bit of CAD stuff and potentially gaming, so I'm still figuring that out. But multi-streaming is not out of the question. Just again, wrapping my head around what the content is. I'll try posting more on Blue Sky. It's when I'm like in between projects and stuff. I need to have like a checklist of things. But yeah, definitely. How did you feel about? Thanks, Mikal. Hope I said that right. How did you feel about the last one, where it was kind of like cinematic and story driven, and then the middle was kind of just like about the machine? I think that's the direction I want to go, because people do like watching things happen, but the fully cinematic videos like The Mask, they're harder to do, and they are harder to capture like a broader audience. So I'd love to hear like everyone's opinions. And if you haven't seen the latest video though, definitely go and check it out. And also, don't forget to turn on notifications so you get notified when I do something. And on the second channel, because the second channel has a lot of fun stuff going on. Great, well, I appreciate it. I'm glad people enjoy it. It's fun doing like the multiverse stuff. I have a bunch of notes and story plots and things that I work on with I talked to my friend about it a little bit. But yeah, still figuring things out in the YouTube world for sure. I think it's a constant change. I mean, you definitely have to be dynamic a bit. Wow, appreciate that. Thanks, the engineer. Definitely make things look a little bit cooler on video, but there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes in the engineering area. That's the thing about open source. I go there and I see everyone's projects and I go, these people know how to are so much better than I am. I just make a cool video, but they some of the projects at open source are unbelievable. It's like, and some of them never share it until open source. They don't video it. No one even knows that they're making this crazy device. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you. Here's what I've been thinking. People love the OLED display, and I think that video is fun too. And it's got like a good mix of like cinematography and not too much story, but what I want to do is start doing more often, doing some smaller projects that, like the viewers, like all of you, can recreate, because I was kind of getting to the point where I was making things that are a bit ridiculous, which is fun to do every so often, but I really think people enjoy when they can also recreate it, or plan on recreating it at some point. Like the OLED display is a good example, because it's achievable by like most people. So I think the next couple of projects are going to be ones that people can make. And I am planning on following up on the mask because I do want to make a version that isn't so insane to solder together. Like, will still be insane to solder, but you can order the parts and not, you know, worry about wasting a bunch of money. Yeah, I struggle even with recording my own. Like, I just have to remind myself, record everything first, figure it out later, but at least have the footage, because anytime I do something and I don't have the footage, I really regret it. Thanks. Yeah, it was a fun build. It's still intact. I'm scared to move it because it's pretty fragile. So what I want to do is I want to build a frame, and I want each of the yeah, so that's part of it, is the mask. I want to make each individual LED panel like its own PCB, which complicates it in one way, but actually makes it simpler when you're trying to build it because you won't ruin this giant PCB. And the other thing is that if one's broken, it'll be easier to fix. And so I want them to kind of pogo pin onto this frame so you can change them if they break and stuff. It's not just this like really fragile 3D PCB thing. Hey German, hope I pronounced that right. From Spain, thanks. Thank you, I appreciate that a lot. PCBWay is amazing. I'll talk them up because they've sponsored me. They haven't sponsored me, but I did some videos for them early on, and they'll just like put money in my PCBWay account to order stuff sometimes, and like we've been talking about them sponsoring my videos forever because they want to, they really love it, but I just have never like done a sponsor in that way. So I'm probably going to start, probably the next video maybe, but you know, I've been using them for a long time, and they like, it's pretty cool what they do to help creators, like honestly, and like, you know, I get they benefit from it, but they work with a lot of small creators too. Yeah, there are a lot of manufacturers, and like, just for example, PCBWay, I can put the file and people can order it assembled. So once I confirm that it works, they'll do it, and it's like a pretty seamless process. It's just something like the mask will have like 16 different PCBs that you have to order because each one is different. And I don't think their system supports like multi-PCB projects, but I need to see. But again, people are pretty good at following. It's just making good instructions is always a challenge because you don't want to make them too complicated, and then you got people who have a lot of questions, but you don't really know where the questions are going to be. Yeah, I'm not sure. A lot of the time they'll like offer to maybe like let you get PCBs for free or something, for like not even really doing anything, like having a box, because when you get the things, it just comes in the PCBWay box. Like they don't really care. But yeah, I don't really know how they work in terms of like new creators and stuff. I'm sure they'd be up for it. Why did I start? So I actually I like on my birthday, maybe like 10, I don't know how many years ago, 15 years ago, I started daily vlogging. If you look back at my really old videos, they're not great, but I was making a video every day, and that really got me like learning how to edit things quickly and fast and whatever. Yeah, the spindle breaking noise is cool. Oh, that one's done. Let me just take it out real quick. So I was, I was learning to make videos quickly because that was part of the process, was like learning the software. And then, so I vlogged for a while, like 8 months or something. And then I started making them like less periodic, but I'd make a video that had something to do with like doing some electronics. And I'd notice that one would get like way more views, right? Because it was like, here's a thing with a servo or whatever. So I was still kind of figuring that out, and then it just kind of evolved into making stuff for content, right? Because that's just kind of a natural progression. You see that people like the stuff that you make, and it's all open source because I've always been about things being open source. So that was just, it's just kind of how it went. And then I just started making things, and that's what worked. I started with Adobe because I'd always used Photoshop and all this stuff. And yeah, this one's looking good. I'd always used Photoshop. I knew them as a company basically, and then just decided to try like the creative suite that they had. And I just learned Premiere because I had known the brand. I didn't really know anything else. I think there's benefits to all the different ones. But I'm kind of stuck right now. I've tried switching a little bit, but it's really hard, especially when you're trying to make a video. So I'm definitely stuck in the ecosystem. Yeah, but whatever you choose, you'll get used to it. All right. There we go. Still cutting nice. Don't see any issues. Cool. So I don't know how many we did today. 4, 5, maybe 5. Watching from Malta, cool. Thanks, AP Tech. So, yeah, I think that was a good stream. We went a little over our time. And we just finished one off. So, if there's anything else anyone wants to know? If people think it's a good idea, I could come back tomorrow. Yeah, I think it was 5. We'll see about tomorrow. It's like to get a better setup. Try some things out, but it's always an experiment. Maybe I'll build a little cart tonight for all the streaming stuff. Favorite color? I don't know. It changes. Hot pink. That's a cool color. Now you're just trying to get my secret catchphrases and stuff. I can tell a setup. Well, thanks for coming by. Favorite number 13. There's 13 sides to this. Yeah, favorite credit card number? Hold on, let me look at my wallet. I'll hold it up on stream. Funny story about Social Security numbers, but like I've done some work in the States in the past, and I had to get like a visa and stuff when I was in a co-op. And I got a Social Security number in the States, but I thought it was only able to be used when I was like for that term, and then it wouldn't be used anymore. But I recently had some like tax related stuff I had to do, and it turns out that Social Security number works forever, and I'm just supposed to be using it instead of like my Canadian number. Who knew? Don't tell anyone else about the 13 side. I don't know what a 13-sided shape is, but it's not strictly because it's curved. It's not like flat. So it's like 13-sided curved shape. It's a little bit, it feels nice to hold, you know? Did I ever rebuild a spindle with too much grease, like a car spindle or the machine spindle? No, I haven't done that. Yeah, there are some other Easter eggs I won't mention anymore. People can figure them out. It's brass. Bronze is a lot more expensive, I think. I don't think I have a favorite shape. I don't know. If I did, I don't know the name of it. I'd have to like draw it or something. This CNC, I'm not sure what they are new. Probably like with tooling and stuff, you're probably looking like 30 grand for a new one. And delivery and setting up and stuff. Hence why I'm selling the tokens. No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna get a lot of use out of it. And I've been on this path to make my shop fully self-sufficient so I can build anything. And yeah, I've basically put everything into my shop over the years. And I'm pretty much at a place where, yeah, I'm happy with everything. Though if my lathe was working, but the manual lathe is plenty good for prototyping because you know, most stuff is bushings and sleeves, that kind of stuff. Excited to ship these out though. It's always a bit nerve-wracking because it's your work You wonder what people are going to think, but I think I've shown it enough. You know what you're getting. And there was a few sales over the stream, which is cool. So appreciate everyone who bought one. Not just over the stream, but at any time. And if you can't, that's cool too. I love that everyone's come out. It's fun hanging out. Without giving too much away, I'm working on a couple of like tiny robotics projects. I'm really excited about this like little hacking device, like similar, like making something that's in the Flipper Zero kind of area of things, but you know, toy related. That I've had kind of on the back burner for a long time. Not just like hacking, but like, you know, fun. Kind of retro tech that is updated. No, you didn't spam at all. I appreciate it. It's so much better when people are chatting. If there's no chatting, then there's no reason to stream, really. Though I appreciate the lurkers too, because they're just chilling. I do that quite a bit. I do want to make a cyber deck. I don't know if people have seen before, but I managed to find a bunch of these like police mobile data terminals. I should grab one right now. Maybe I will. One sec. Check this out. So these came in like police cars and ambulances. This looks like a mechanical keyboard, but it's like membrane actually. But the keycaps are, so they're obviously being cheap. But I want to recreate this like from the ground up so that people can 3D print one. This is a CRT. It actually runs on a really simple like VGA style communication thing. I'm still trying to figure out fully. But imagine this with like a Pi in or something. Like, look at this thing. And I have like 5 or 6 of them. So some are in various states of repair. Some seem to just be fine. Yeah. So I've 3D scanned this. I don't know. I've posted it on Twitter, so people could like use it, but it's not in a 3D printable state. I want to like take all the parts. This one, I think from the mid 80s to the late 90s, they had these in cars. So super cool. I actually had like one of the monitors running because the monitors they just unscrew and they're like a standalone unit. Not supposed to be, but I think they're supposed to be easily replaceable. Yeah, so CyberDeck, yeah, I want to build one of these for my car and like do that. So they don't, some of them power on, but they just blink things because they fully rely on an RF network that doesn't exist anymore. So to get information, you'd like type in a license plate, it would go off to the central place and it would come back with information. Just on their own, they don't really do anything. They just kind of blink. They have some like menu items that don't do anything anymore. So yeah, you get all the secrets in the live streams. Yeah, they came up on Marketplace and I was like, you know what? These are never going to come up ever again. So I just bought all of them from the guy. I think it's in Blues Brothers. Someone online there's a Motorola. These ones are made by Motorola, I think. But there's one, someone like decoded one. It's like a slightly newer or slightly different version. And there's some photos online, but my version, I've only ever seen like 1 or 2 photos of it. And actually, like if you look at one of the videos I did with my car, I put in a little LCD screen in it and had to do some stupid stuff, but it was fun. I started, so in university, we had like some big 3D printers when 3D printers weren't like a household thing yet, really. And I used that a bit, but they also had some CNC machines. But I really didn't know how to use either of them very well. So I just kind of played around. But over the years, just messing around with stuff. Always been interested, so I just learned. But mostly 3D printers for a long time because that's all I had at my house. Yeah, it's a dumb terminal. It definitely could be. So I think they run on a Z80. But not that I'm going to try and hack the original hardware at all. I just want to recreate it and then maybe stick like a Raspberry Pi in an original one and do whatever I want with it, right? What's an AS400? Do you know what that is? Use this terminal? Or are you talking about something else? Oh, cool. Yeah, it's one of those things that I just like need to do something with. 3D printers right now are amazing. Anyone who's interested in making anything should have one. I just got my friend who doesn't know anything about 3D modeling or making, like he's capable of doing stuff, but he's never really been interested in making things. And he's like, I want to buy a 3D printer. And he bought A1 Mini. I told him like, oh, this is a good place to start. He prints more stuff than I do. His whole house is full of 3D printed stuff now. And now he wants to learn CAD, but he's just been printing things that he found online, which is amazing. He doesn't have a 3D printer? I thought he was getting one. You can see I have the resin printer. You can see it back there. I don't use it too often since I've moved into the shop, but it's really useful too. And what's cool about them is you can make like injection molds with a resin printer and get like a couple of parts out of them. It's amazing. So we're about an hour over. It's pretty good. 3 hours. We got some coins made. I'll think about coming back tomorrow. People want to hang out again. But if I don't, see you the next stream. It's fun hanging out. So anyone else, anything left? Anyone have any last minute questions? If not, I think I'll get to the rest of my day. AS Hall effect encoders. Not off the top of my head. Let me look it up. No, I've seen them used, but I don't have any specific. You fried too? Yeah. Had fun. Appreciate everyone coming out. So, we'll see you next time or next video. Thanks. Don't forget to join the Discord, subscribe, and turn on your notifications on YouTube because YouTube sucks at giving content. Anyways.